Hello friends, welcome! I'm really glad you're here. To begin, I'd love to hear where you're watching from and what the clock says for you right now. It's amazing to see people gathering here from so many places at all sorts of hours. Thank you also to those who've subscribed and supported the channel. By liking the videos, it means more than you know, and it helps others find their way here too. If you have suggestions for future topics, please share them in the comments. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding Vaccination's Role in Health. Vaccination represents a remarkable intersection of science, history, and human resilience. At its core, vaccination is the process of introducing a harmless version or component of a pathogen into the body to stimulate the immune system to recognize and fight the actual pathogen if encountered in the future. This preventative measure has roots that stretch back centuries, tracing its origins to practices in ancient civilizations. In the late 18th century, Edward Jenner observed that milkmaids who contracted cowpox seemed immune to smallpox. His groundbreaking work laid the foundation for the first vaccine, a pivotal moment that would change the course of public health forever. Imagine a world where infectious diseases ruled with an iron fist, claiming lives without mercy. Smallpox, measles, and polio were once feared adversaries, striking down young and old alike. The advent of vaccination altered this bleak narrative, turning the tide against these formidable foes. With each breakthrough in vaccine development, the specter of these diseases faded further into the backdrop of history, showcasing humanity's determination to combat illness. Now let us take a moment to understand how vaccines function within our immune system. When a vaccine is administered, it introduces an antigen, a substance that triggers an immune response. This response involves the production of antibodies, proteins that specifically target the introduced antigens. The immune system, much like a vigilant guardian, learns to recognize these invaders. If the actual pathogen were to breach the body's defenses, the immune system would spring into action, deploying those trained antibodies to neutralize the threat. Consider the concept of memory within the immune system. After vaccination, the body retains a memory of the pathogen. Memory cells, a type of white blood cell, linger in the bloodstream, ready to respond at a moment's notice. This adaptation allows the body to mount a swift and efficient defense upon subsequent exposure to the real pathogen. The intricate choreography of the immune response is a fascinating testament to the body's ability to learn and adapt, offering protection that can last for years, if not a lifetime. The significance of vaccines extends beyond individual protection. It weaves into the broader concept of herd immunity. This phenomenon occurs when a sufficient portion of a population becomes immune to a disease, either through vaccination or previous infections. When this threshold is met, the spread of the disease is curtailed, effectively protecting those who cannot be vaccinated, such as infants or individuals with compromised immune systems. Imagine a fortress, where the walls are built not only by those who can defend themselves, but also by the collective strength of the community. Herd immunity is a powerful communal shield, safeguarding vulnerable members and ensuring that diseases have fewer opportunities to spread. As we reflect on the importance of herd immunity, we encounter key milestones that have punctuated the history of vaccination. The introduction of the polio vaccine in the mid-20th century stands as a watershed moment. Developed by Jonas Salk and later improved by Albert Sabin, these vaccines led to a dramatic decline in polio cases worldwide. The success of this initiative was not merely a triumph of medical science. It was a unifying force that galvanized communities around the globe to mobilize for a common cause. In the years that followed, the world witnessed the eradication of smallpox, a feat declared by the World Health Organization in the late 20th century. This monumental achievement serves as a beacon of hope, illustrating what can be accomplished through concerted vaccination efforts. Imagine the joy of a world free from a disease that had plagued humanity for centuries. Such milestones remind us that vaccination is not just a scientific endeavor. It is a testament to our shared humanity and the power of collective action. With each advance in vaccine development, we also confront challenges. Misinformation and skepticism surrounding vaccines can hinder efforts to achieve herd immunity. Yet, the stories of those who dedicate their lives to educating others about the importance of vaccination shine through the darkness of doubt. Figures such as Dr. Paul Offit, a prominent advocate for vaccination, have tirelessly worked to clarify misconceptions and promote understanding. Offit once stated, "Vaccines are the safest and most effective way to prevent disease." His words echo the sentiments of countless health professionals who strive to illuminate the path toward better health for all. As we journey through this exploration of vaccination's role in health, we find ourselves at the crossroads of science and society. The interplay of individual choices and communal responsibility shapes the landscape of public health. When we choose to vaccinate, we are not only protecting ourselves, but also contributing to the well-being of our communities. Visualize a world where every individual plays a part in a grand symphony of health, where the notes of prevention harmonize with the rhythm of life. It is a world where the echoes of diseases like measles, mumps, and rubella are silenced, where children can laugh freely in parks and schools without the shadow of illness looming overhead. As we delve into the specifics of vaccination, we must also acknowledge the importance of ongoing research and innovation. Scientists continue to explore ways to enhance vaccine effectiveness, broaden coverage, and respond to emerging health threats. The rapid development of mRNA vaccines in response to the recent global pandemic exemplifies the incredible pace of scientific advancement. These vaccines, which use a novel approach to train the immune system, have reshaped our understanding of how we can respond to infectious diseases. With every new discovery, we must also consider the ethical implications of vaccination. Access to vaccines must be equitable, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their circumstances, can benefit from this powerful tool. The global response to health crises, including initiatives aimed at distributing vaccines to underserved populations, underscores the importance of solidarity in public health. What does it mean to be part of a global community when it comes to vaccination? It means recognizing that health knows no borders. When we support vaccination efforts around the world, we contribute to the creation of a healthier planet. Imagine the impact of a single vaccinated individual in a remote village, protecting not only themselves but also those around them from preventable diseases. It is a ripple effect, magnifying the importance of our choices. As we ponder these connections, we can also reflect on the stories of those directly affected by vaccination. Families who have seen firsthand the difference that vaccines make in their lives, communities that have rallied together in times of crisis, and healthcare professionals who have witnessed the transformation of public health through vaccination. Each narrative adds a layer of depth to our understanding of this vital practice. The journey of vaccination is not without its complexities. As we confront new challenges, such as emerging variants of diseases and the necessity for booster shots, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to education and dialogue. It is through open conversations and shared experiences that we can dispel fears and foster trust in vaccines. In the tapestry of human history, vaccination stands as a shining thread, weaving together stories of hope, resilience, and progress. Each vaccine administered is a quiet act of courage, a testament to our belief in a healthier future for ourselves and generations to come. As we continue to explore the vast landscape of vaccination and its role in health, let us carry with us the understanding that we are all interconnected. Together, we can nurture a world where the promise of health is not just a dream but a reality. As we explore the fascinating intricacies of vaccination, we uncover the profound relationship between vaccine development and the scientific community's relentless pursuit of knowledge. Each vaccine is a product of rigorous research, collaboration, and innovation, reflecting the brilliance of scientists and healthcare professionals who dedicate their lives to this cause. Imagine the countless hours spent in laboratories, where researchers meticulously design and test vaccines, driven by the hope of eradicating diseases that have caused suffering for generations. One cannot overlook the role of clinical trials in this journey. These trials, which serve as the backbone of vaccine development, are designed to ensure safety and efficacy before a vaccine is made available to the public. Participants in these trials contribute to a greater good, often facing uncertainty in the name of progress. The courage shown by these individuals is commendable, as they help pave the way for future generations to live healthier lives. The spirit of altruism demonstrated in these trials is a testament to humanity's commitment to collective health. Consider the groundbreaking work of Dr. Katalin Kariko and Dr. Drew Weissman, whose research on mRNA technology has transformed the landscape of vaccine development. Their innovative approach not only expedited the creation of effective COVID-19 vaccines, but also opened new avenues for fighting various diseases. Their journey was not without challenges, yet their perseverance reflects a deep-seated belief in the power of science to change lives. Dr. Kariko once said, "Science is a journey, not a destination," a sentiment that resonates throughout the scientific community. The benefits of vaccination extend far beyond individual protection, encompassing significant public health impacts. Vaccines have played a crucial role in reducing healthcare costs, preventing hospitalizations, and enhancing the quality of life. Imagine a community where children are free to play without the constant fear of infectious diseases. This vision is not merely a dream. It has been realized in numerous regions where vaccination rates are high, illustrating the direct correlation between vaccines and improved health outcomes. Understanding the mechanisms behind vaccines leads us to appreciate the delicate balance of the immune system. The human body possesses an extraordinary ability to distinguish between self and non-self, a feature that allows it to mount tailored responses to various pathogens. Vaccines harness this ability by presenting the immune system with harmless antigens, prompting a protective response without causing illness. This process is akin to training a soldier for battle, equipping them with the necessary skills to recognize and neutralize threats effectively. As we reflect on the past, we celebrate the milestones achieved through vaccination campaigns. The eradication of diseases like smallpox is not merely a historical footnote. It is a powerful reminder of what can be accomplished when science, policy, and community efforts align. The global smallpox eradication campaign, led by the World Health Organization, serves as a blueprint for future vaccination initiatives. Its success illustrates the importance of collaboration across nations, showcasing the shared responsibility we bear in safeguarding public health. Yet, as we revel in these achievements, we must remain vigilant against complacency. Vaccine-preventable diseases can resurge when immunization rates decline. This phenomenon serves as a call to action for individuals, families, and communities to prioritize vaccination. Engaging in open dialogues about vaccine safety and efficacy can help dispel myths and build trust. It is crucial to remember that each person's choice to vaccinate contributes to the collective immunity of the population. What drives individuals to choose vaccination? Sometimes, it is the stories of loved ones affected by preventable diseases that ignite a sense of urgency. The memories of those who suffered or lost their lives to illnesses that could have been avoided resonate deeply within communities. By sharing these narratives, we can foster empathy and understanding, reinforcing the importance of vaccination as a social responsibility rather than a mere personal decision. The science of vaccination continues to evolve, with ongoing research paving the way for novel approaches. New platforms, such as viral vector vaccines and protein subunit vaccines, expand the arsenal against infectious diseases. Scientists are exploring the potential of combination vaccines, which could provide broader protection against multiple pathogens in a single shot. This innovative spirit fuels hope for a future where even more diseases may be vanquished, enhancing the quality of life for individuals worldwide. As we contemplate the future of vaccination, it is essential to address the disparities in access to vaccines. Inequities in healthcare can lead to significant gaps in immunization rates, particularly among vulnerable populations. Efforts to ensure equitable distribution of vaccines are paramount in our quest for global health. By championing initiatives that prioritize access for all, we move closer to a world where every individual can benefit from the protection that vaccines offer. The interconnectedness of our global community calls for a united front in the fight against infectious diseases. When we witness outbreaks in one part of the world, we must recognize that no one is safe until everyone is safe. This understanding fosters a sense of solidarity that transcends borders, reminding us that our health is intertwined with that of others. Supporting global vaccination efforts is not merely altruistic. It is a strategic imperative to prevent the resurgence of diseases that threaten our collective well-being. In the soft glow of our shared aspirations, vaccination emerges not just as a medical intervention, but as a symbol of hope and resilience. Each vaccine delivered represents a step towards a future where preventable diseases hold no power over our lives. As we continue to explore the vast landscape of vaccination, we are reminded that the journey is ongoing. The stories of scientists, advocates, and everyday individuals weave together a narrative of determination and progress, a testament to the belief that through cooperation and understanding, we can create a healthier world for all. As we move forward, let us nurture this dialogue, recognizing the significance of education in fostering informed choices about vaccination. Community engagement, empathy, and a shared commitment to health will guide our collective efforts in overcoming challenges. Through the lens of vaccination, we glimpse the potential for a harmonious society where diseases are not just managed but eradicated, allowing humanity to flourish in the light of health and hope. Chapter 2. Vaccines that changed the world. In the grand tapestry of public health, the eradication of smallpox stands as a monumental success, a triumph of human ingenuity and determination. Smallpox, a disease that plagued humanity for thousands of years, was characterized by fever and a distinctive rash that left survivors with scars. Its impact was devastating, claiming the lives of millions and leaving countless others disfigured. Yet, in a remarkable turn of events, the world saw the last natural outbreak of smallpox in the late 20th century, thanks to a global vaccination campaign led by the World Health Organization. Imagine a time when smallpox was a common threat, a disease that could strike fear into the hearts of parents. The introduction of the smallpox vaccine, originally developed by Edward Jenner, laid the groundwork for what would become an unprecedented global effort. By the late 20th century, the commitment of health workers and nations around the world culminated in the absolute eradication of this disease. It was a victory not just for science, but for humanity as a whole, illustrating what could be achieved when collective action and scientific knowledge intertwine. As Dr. William Fogg, an epidemiologist and one of the architects of the Eradication campaign, once said, "The world has never seen a campaign like this before, and it will never see one again." This monumental achievement has since inspired other vaccination efforts, most notably against polio. Polio, a debilitating disease that often left its victims paralyzed, was once a scourge that struck fear into the hearts of parents. The polio vaccine, developed by Jonas Salk and later improved by Albert Sabin, marked a pivotal moment in public health. The introduction of the inactivated polio vaccine in the 1950s, followed by the oral vaccine in the 1960s, transformed the landscape of disease prevention. Can you envision the relief of a parent learning that their child would be spared from the threat of polio? As the years progressed and vaccination rates increased, the incidence of polio began to dwindle. In many parts of the world, the fear of polio became a distant memory, a testament to the power of vaccination. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative, launched in the late 20th century, has brought us closer than ever to eradicating this disease, with significant reductions in cases worldwide. The impact of the measles vaccination campaign further underscores the importance of immunization and safeguarding public health. Once a common childhood illness, measles is highly contagious, capable of spreading rapidly among unvaccinated populations. Before the introduction of the measles vaccine in the 1960s, outbreaks were common, and the disease claimed numerous lives. Picture a bustling playground filled with children, their laughter echoing in the air, free to play without fear of illness. The widespread adoption of the measles vaccine has led to a dramatic reduction in outbreaks and fatalities. Communities that achieve high vaccination coverage create a protective shield, often referred to as herd immunity, which protects even those who cannot be vaccinated, such as infants and individuals with certain medical conditions. Yet the journey has not been without challenges. Despite the success stories, there have been moments when complacency threatened our progress. Outbreaks have occurred in various regions, often linked to declines in vaccination rates. This serves as a stark reminder that the fight against preventable diseases requires continuous vigilance and commitment. The resurgence of measles in some areas highlights the importance of maintaining high immunization rates and addressing vaccine hesitancy. As Dr. Anthony Fauci once articulated, the only way we're going to get rid of these diseases is if we vaccinate. The advancements in vaccine development over the decades have been nothing short of revolutionary. The story of vaccines is one of innovation, driven by scientific curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The transition from the early days of vaccination to the sophisticated technologies we have today is a testament to our evolving understanding of immunology and disease prevention. Consider the remarkable progress made with mRNA technology, which has been in the spotlight during recent years. This cutting-edge approach represents a significant leap forward in vaccine development, allowing for the rapid creation of vaccines that can be tailored to combat emerging infectious diseases. Imagine the potential of this technology in addressing not just viral infections, but also other diseases that have long eluded effective treatments. The journey of vaccine development has always been marked by challenges and triumphs. From the early trials of live attenuated vaccines to the more recent innovations in recombinant DNA technology, each step has brought us closer to understanding the intricate workings of the immune system. The story of vaccines is also one of collaboration, as researchers, healthcare professionals, and communities come together to forge a common goal: the eradication of preventable diseases. As we reflect on the impact of vaccines that have changed the world, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit. Each success story is woven with the threads of hope, determination, and collective action. It is a narrative that inspires us to continue our fight against infectious diseases, to advocate for vaccination, and to ensure that future generations enjoy the health and well-being that many of us take for granted today. In this expansive journey, we must also remember the pioneers who dedicated their lives to this cause. Individuals like Edward Jenner, Jonas Salk, and Albert Sabin did not simply create vaccines. They ignited a movement that has transformed public health. Their legacies serve as a beacon of inspiration, guiding us as we navigate the complexities of modern medicine and public health policy. What does the future hold for vaccination? Will we witness the eradication of more diseases that have long plagued humanity? The potential is vast, yet it requires continued investment in research, education, and community engagement. Vaccines have already changed the course of history, but the journey is not over. The fight against infectious diseases continues, and with each breakthrough, we come one step closer to a healthier world, one where children can play freely without fear of preventable illnesses. As we move forward, let us carry with us the lessons learned from the past, the successes celebrated, and the challenges yet to be faced. Each vaccine is a story, a testament to human resilience and the pursuit of knowledge. The next chapter in this narrative is waiting to unfold, filled with promise and hope for generations to come. The journey of vaccine development is not merely a tale of scientific discovery. It is also a narrative rich with human emotion and perseverance. Each vaccine represents a culmination of years, sometimes decades, of research, collaboration, and trials. The polio vaccine serves as an excellent illustration of this journey, but it is not the only story worth exploring. The impact of the polio vaccine on public health cannot be overstated. Picture the streets of America in the mid-20th century, where summer meant parades, but it also meant fear. Parents were on high alert, wary of the lurking threat of polio that could strike their children without warning. The development of the polio vaccine was not just a scientific breakthrough, it was a lifeline for families, a promise that their children could grow up free from the specter of paralysis. Jonas Salk's dedication to developing the inactivated polio vaccine is a testament to the power of determination. He famously stated, "I have had my world shaken to its foundations, and I have seen the power of knowledge." His work was not simply a personal achievement. It was a collective triumph that galvanized communities across the globe to join the fight against this crippling disease. Imagine the joy that spread like wildfire when the first clinical trials demonstrated that the vaccine was safe and effective. The introduction of widespread vaccination programs led to an extraordinary decline in polio cases, transforming public health outcomes in ways that had once seemed unimaginable. As we delve deeper into the realm of vaccination, let us consider the profound impact of the measles vaccination campaign. Measles, a disease that once caused significant morbidity and mortality, has been drastically curtailed thanks to the introduction of the vaccine. Before its widespread adoption, the disease was a regular visitor in schools and communities, often leading to outbreaks that could overwhelm healthcare systems. The highly contagious nature of measles meant that without vaccination, entire populations were at risk. Imagine a world where children could attend school without the fear of a measles outbreak disrupting their education. The introduction of the measles vaccine heralded a new era in public health, one where the disease's burden was no longer an accepted part of childhood, but rather a preventable risk. The success of the measles vaccine is a reminder of the power of collective action. When communities come together to achieve high vaccination rates, they create a protective barrier that keeps the most vulnerable safe. Yet this journey is not without its obstacles. Vaccine hesitancy, fueled by misinformation and fear, has emerged as a formidable foe. The resurgence of measles in various regions serves as a stark reminder that complacency can undo years of progress. This challenges us to not only advocate for vaccination, but also to engage in open dialogues with those who may have concerns. How can we foster understanding and trust in the communities we serve? The answer lies in empathy, education, and transparent communication. Moving forward, we witness remarkable innovations in vaccine development that hold the promise of addressing not only infectious diseases but also chronic conditions. The rapid advancement of technologies such as mRNA vaccines, which gained prominence during recent global health crises, illustrates our ability to adapt and innovate in the face of challenges. Imagine the implications of this technology extending beyond viral infections to potentially combat diseases like cancer. The story of mRNA technology is one of resilience and adaptability. It showcases our growing understanding of the immune system and the potential for precision medicine. Researchers have harnessed the power of genetic coding to instruct cells to produce antigens, effectively training the immune system to recognize and combat pathogens. As we look to the future, the possibilities seem boundless. Could we witness a world where vaccines not only prevent infectious diseases, but also provide therapeutic solutions for a range of health conditions? The evolution of vaccine development is also a reflection of the collaborative spirit that defines the field of public health. Scientists, researchers, and healthcare professionals work tirelessly, sharing knowledge and resources to tackle some of the world's most pressing health challenges. The collaborative efforts during the development of the COVID-19 vaccines serve as a recent example of how global partnerships can accelerate progress. In the words of Dr. Anthony Fauci, we can't just be reactive. We have to be proactive. This perspective emphasizes the importance of investing in research and preparedness to ensure that we are ready for future health threats. The lessons learned from past vaccination campaigns and the ongoing innovations in vaccine technology provide a roadmap for future endeavors. As we reflect on the significance of vaccines that have changed the world, let us not forget the stories of those who have contributed to this remarkable legacy. The pioneers of vaccination, like Edward Jenner and Jonas Salk, have laid the groundwork for what we see today. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that the fight against preventable diseases is not merely a matter of science. It is a testament to human compassion and determination. What does it mean to be part of this legacy? It means recognizing that each one of us has a role to play in advocating for vaccination and public health. The collective action that has led to the eradication of smallpox and the near eradication of polio is a call to arms for future generations. We are custodians of this legacy, entrusted with the responsibility to ensure that the lessons of the past inform our actions today. In this ongoing narrative of hope and resilience, we find the motivation to push forward, to innovate, and to protect the health of our communities. Vaccination is not just a medical intervention. It is a promise that together we can change the world for the better, ensuring that future generations can thrive free from the shackles of preventable diseases. The journey continues, and the next chapters await, filled with potential, discovery, and the unwavering spirit of humanity. Chapter 3. The Science Behind Vaccine Efficacy. When a vaccine enters the body, it serves as a gentle nudge to the immune system, inviting it to prepare for potential encounters with actual pathogens. Imagine a well-orchestrated symphony, where each instrument plays a role in creating harmony. In this case, the immune system is that symphony, and the vaccine acts as a conductor, guiding various components to recognize and respond to threats. The essence of this process lies in the introduction of antigens, harmless fragments of the pathogen or weakened versions of the organism itself. These antigens are akin to friendly faces in a crowd, teaching the immune system to recognize the real intruders when they appear. Upon vaccination, the immune system springs into action. It activates B cells, which produce antibodies, and T cells, which seek out and destroy infected cells. This intricate ballet ensures that if the body encounters the actual pathogen in the future, it can respond swiftly and effectively. Picture a well-trained army ready to defend its territory against invaders. The memory cells created during this response remain vigilant, lying in wait for the next encounter. This memory is what provides long-lasting immunity, sometimes for years or even a lifetime, depending on the vaccine and the disease. As we explore the efficacy of vaccines, it is essential to understand the rigorous process of clinical trials. Before a vaccine ever reaches the public, it undergoes a series of meticulously designed phases, each one aimed at ensuring safety and effectiveness. Clinical trials begin with small groups of volunteers, carefully selected to participate. These early phases focus on determining whether the vaccine produces the desired immune response while monitoring for any adverse effects. Imagine a craftsman perfecting a delicate sculpture, taking time to shape and refine each detail before unveiling the final masterpiece. As the trials progress, they expand to larger populations, testing the vaccine across diverse groups with different backgrounds and health conditions. This phase is crucial, as it helps researchers understand how different demographics respond to the vaccine. The data collected during these trials lays the groundwork for regulatory approval, allowing health authorities to evaluate whether the benefits of the vaccine outweigh the risks. The process is exhaustive, ensuring that only the safest and most effective vaccines make their way to the public. The real-world impact of vaccines is profound and measurable, revealing a tapestry of data that illustrates their effectiveness in reducing disease. Take a moment to envision a world where diseases like measles, mumps, and rubella no longer wreak havoc among communities. Vaccination efforts have resulted in significant declines in these diseases, transforming public health landscapes. For instance, the introduction of the measles vaccine has dramatically reduced incidence rates across the globe. According to estimates, millions of lives have been saved thanks to widespread vaccination campaigns. Consider the impact of the polio vaccine. Once a paralyzing threat that left countless children and adults affected, polio's prevalence has plummeted since the vaccine's introduction. The World Health Organization has reported that the incidence of polio has decreased by over 90% in recent decades. Imagine a future where polio is merely a memory, a testament to the power of vaccines in shaping a healthier world. Despite these successes, misconceptions about vaccine efficacy remain prevalent. Some may wonder if vaccines are truly effective in combating diseases, or if their benefits are overstated. It is important to address these concerns with clarity and compassion. Vaccines do not guarantee absolute immunity for every individual, but they significantly reduce the likelihood of contracting and spreading disease. This collective immunity, often referred to as herd immunity, protects those who cannot be vaccinated due to medical reasons, such as allergies or weakened immune systems. Imagine a community where the majority is vaccinated. In this setting, the spread of disease is curtailed, creating a protective barrier for the most vulnerable. This phenomenon illustrates why widespread vaccination is essential, not just for individual health, but for the health of the community as a whole. Some may also question the speed at which vaccines are developed and approved. It is understandable to feel apprehensive about new medical interventions. Yet, the accelerated development of vaccines is made possible by advances in technology and global collaboration. The rapid sequencing of the virus responsible for a disease allows researchers to design vaccines swiftly, while shared data enhances understanding of the pathogen. A poignant reminder comes from Dr. Anthony Fauci, who stated, "The speed with which vaccines were developed is a testament to the power of science. This speed does not compromise safety. Rather, it reflects an extraordinary convergence of innovation and commitment to public health." Furthermore, it is crucial to acknowledge the role of ongoing monitoring and research once a vaccine is in use. The journey of a vaccine does not end with its approval. Health organizations continue to gather data on its effectiveness and safety in the real world, ensuring that any emerging concerns are addressed promptly. This vigilant oversight reinforces public trust in vaccination programs and highlights the commitment to maintaining high standards in healthcare. As we contemplate the science behind vaccine efficacy, we begin to glimpse the intricate workings of our immune system and the profound impact of vaccines on public health. The stories of individuals who have dedicated their lives to vaccine research and development are woven into this narrative. These scientists and health workers are the unsung heroes, tirelessly working to protect and improve the well-being of communities worldwide. As we reflect on the journey vaccines have taken, it is clear that their efficacy is not merely a product of scientific achievement, but a testament to human resilience and cooperation. Each vaccine represents not only a scientific triumph, but also a commitment to a healthier future for all. Imagine a world where vaccines continue to eradicate diseases, where children can thrive free from the threat of illness, and where communities can flourish in health and harmony. As the conversation surrounding vaccines continues, it becomes increasingly vital to address the lingering doubts and misconceptions that persist in public discourse. Many people question the necessity of vaccines, often fueled by anecdotal evidence or misinformation. It is essential to reflect on the broader implications of vaccination, not only for individual health, but for the collective welfare of society. Imagine living in a world where diseases that once plagued humankind are now relics of the past. This vision is not merely a dream, but a reality made possible through vaccines. Each vaccine represents a concerted effort to protect not just individuals, but entire communities. The concept of herd immunity illustrates this beautifully. When a significant portion of the population is vaccinated, it creates a protective shield around those who cannot receive vaccinations, such as infants, the elderly, or individuals with certain health conditions. This phenomenon highlights the interconnectedness of our health. The actions of one person can ripple through the community, safeguarding the most vulnerable among us. The importance of this collective effort is underscored by the work of scientists and public health officials, who have dedicated their lives to vaccine research and education. Consider the contributions of Dr. Jonas Salk, who developed the first effective polio vaccine. His work was not just a scientific breakthrough, it was a lifeline for countless families living in fear of an illness that could paralyze their children. In his own words, Salk remarked, "The greatest benefit is to be able to give to others. That is the greatest joy." His sentiment resonates deeply with the mission of vaccination, to uplift and protect. However, despite the overwhelming evidence supporting vaccine efficacy, some individuals remain hesitant. They may wonder whether the risks associated with vaccines outweigh their benefits. It is worth noting that any medical intervention carries some degree of risk, yet the potential consequences of foregoing vaccination can be far more severe. Diseases such as measles, which was once nearing eradication in many regions, have seen a resurgence in recent years due to declining vaccination rates. Imagine the shock of witnessing a preventable illness spread within a community that had previously enjoyed the safety of immunity. The resurgence of such diseases serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of maintaining high vaccination coverage. The data surrounding these outbreaks illustrates a clear pattern. As vaccination rates decline, the incidence of disease rises. This relationship highlights the critical role that each individual plays in the broader public health landscape. The decision to vaccinate is not solely a personal choice. It is a contribution to the safety and well-being of everyone. As we consider the science behind vaccines, it is essential to acknowledge the rigorous research and development that underpin their creation. The safety and effectiveness of vaccines are continuously monitored, not only during clinical trials, but throughout their entire life cycle. Health organizations around the globe maintain robust surveillance systems to track vaccine performance and identify any potential issues as they arise. This ongoing vigilance ensures that vaccines remain a safe and reliable means of preventing disease. Moreover, the landscape of vaccine development is constantly evolving. Advances in technology, such as mRNA vaccine platforms, have opened new frontiers in immunization. These innovative approaches allow for rapid production and adaptability, making it possible to respond swiftly to emerging health threats. The COVID-19 pandemic serves as a powerful illustration of this capability, where vaccines were developed and distributed at unprecedented speeds. This remarkable achievement exemplifies the resilience of the scientific community and its unwavering commitment to public health. Throughout history, the journey of vaccines has been marked by triumphs and challenges alike. Each success story is complemented by the dedication of countless individuals who have devoted their lives to understanding and combating infectious diseases. Their tireless efforts remind us of the importance of investing in science and public health initiatives. The ability to protect future generations from the shadows of preventable diseases rests in our hands, a legacy that we can create together. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of vaccine efficacy, we recognize that the dialogue surrounding vaccination is not solely about the science. It is also about the stories of individuals whose lives have been touched by vaccination. Each vaccine administered is a step toward a healthier future, a moment where hope intertwines with science. Picture a child receiving a vaccine, the gentle reassurance of a caregiver by their side, knowing that this small act is a shield against a world of illness. In navigating the myths and realities surrounding vaccines, it is crucial to foster open and compassionate conversations. Addressing concerns with empathy can pave the way for understanding and acceptance. The journey toward vaccination is often fraught with fear and uncertainty. Yet by sharing accurate information and personal stories, we can illuminate the path forward. The power of vaccines lies not only in their ability to prevent disease, but in their potential to unite us as a global community. When we choose to vaccinate, we choose to invest in a healthier world for ourselves and those around us. Each vaccine is a testament to our shared commitment to science, compassion, and the well-being of humanity. In the end, as we reflect on the science behind vaccine efficacy, we uncover a narrative rich with hope and promise. The stories of individuals who have faced disease, the scientists who have dedicated their lives to finding solutions, and the communities that come together to protect one another form an intricate tapestry of resilience and strength. The journey continues, fueled by an unwavering belief in the power of science and the collective spirit of humanity. Chapter 4. The Economic Benefits of Vaccination. Vaccination embodies not only a health revolution, but also a profound economic opportunity for communities and nations alike. As we explore the economic benefits of vaccination, we can envision a world where health and prosperity intertwine seamlessly. Imagine a landscape where diseases that once crippled economies and strained health systems are now mere memories, thanks to the protective shield offered by vaccines. The cost-effectiveness of vaccination programs is a fundamental pillar that supports this vision. When we consider the initial investment required for vaccine development and distribution, the returns become astonishingly clear. Vaccines are not just a health defense, they are also a financial safeguard. For every dollar spent on vaccination, there is a substantial return in terms of healthcare savings and increased productivity. This is not merely a statistic, it is a testament to the power of preventative medicine. Have you ever pondered how much a single outbreak can cost a community? When vaccine-preventable diseases strike, the ripple effects can be devastating. The immediate healthcare costs are often just the beginning. Hospitalizations, long-term care, and lost wages due to illness create a financial burden that can echo for years. In contrast, vaccination programs can dramatically reduce these costs, alleviating the strain on healthcare systems and freeing resources to be allocated in more productive ways. Consider the example of measles, a disease that can lead to severe complications and costly hospital stays. A robust vaccination campaign not only prevents these outbreaks but also saves countless lives and resources. The World Health Organization has noted that vaccination programs can reduce the incidence of measles by up to 90% in populations that adhere to immunization schedules. Picture a community thriving without the shadow of preventable diseases looming overhead. The economic impact of vaccination extends beyond the walls of healthcare facilities. It permeates through communities, influencing workforce productivity in profound ways. Healthy individuals are more likely to contribute actively to their workplaces and communities. They bring creativity, innovation, and energy to their roles, enhancing the overall economic output. Have you ever considered how a healthy workforce can elevate an entire economy? When families and communities are free from the burden of vaccine-preventable diseases, they can focus on building a prosperous future. Think of the stories of those who have dedicated their lives to improving public health. Individuals like Dr. Paul Offit, who has tirelessly advocated for vaccines, reminding us that vaccination is not just a personal choice but a societal responsibility. He once stated, quote, "Vaccines are the safest and most effective way to prevent disease." This belief underscores the collective benefits of vaccination. By immunizing one individual, we protect others, creating a healthier community and ultimately a more robust economy. Long-term savings for governments and healthcare systems are another compelling aspect of vaccination programs. The initial funding for vaccines may seem daunting, but the long-term financial implications paint a different picture. As diseases are kept at bay, governments can redirect funds that would have otherwise gone to treating outbreaks into other critical areas, such as education and infrastructure. Imagine how these redirected resources could transform a community, allowing for investments that foster growth and development. Moreover, the burden of disease is not just a matter of dollars and cents. It encompasses the emotional and social toll on families and communities. The loss of a loved one to a preventable disease carries an immeasurable weight. By investing in vaccinations, we are not merely enhancing economic stability, we are also nurturing the social fabric of our society. The connection between health and economic prosperity is further illustrated through the lens of global health initiatives. Countries that have prioritized vaccination programs often witness a surge in economic growth. When a population is healthy, it not only reduces healthcare costs, but also creates a dynamic labor force. Imagine nations flourishing as their citizens enjoy better health and increased opportunities. Throughout history, the stories of resilience and recovery following vaccination campaigns are inspiring. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative is a shining example. Once a disease that paralyzed thousands each year, polio has been drastically reduced worldwide due to concerted vaccination efforts. Countries that have successfully eradicated polio are now reaping the benefits of a healthier population, free from the burden of this debilitating disease. In the face of emerging diseases and the ever-present threat of outbreaks, investing in vaccines becomes a proactive strategy. The economic benefits extend into realms like tourism and trade, where healthy populations attract visitors and businesses. This interconnection highlights the importance of viewing vaccination not just as a health measure, but as an engine for economic growth. As we reflect on the economic benefits of vaccination, it becomes evident that the implications stretch far beyond the immediate scope of health. Each vaccination is a step toward a more prosperous future, where communities can thrive without the shadow of preventable diseases. The harmony between health and economic vitality invites us to champion vaccination as a cornerstone of societal advancement. The voices of those who advocate for vaccination echo the importance of this mission. Dr. Anthony Fauci has emphasized the collective responsibility we share to protect one another. The economic benefits of vaccination are not solely for individual gain. They represent a commitment to the health of our communities. In imagining a world where vaccination is universally embraced, consider the ripple effects that unfold. As health improves, families thrive, businesses flourish, and communities blossom. The cycle of wellness and productivity becomes self-sustaining, creating an uplifting narrative of growth and resilience. The story of vaccination is not merely about preventing disease. It is a narrative of empowerment, fostering a society where health and economic prosperity are intertwined. Each vaccine is a seed planted in fertile ground, nurturing a future where individuals can reach their fullest potential, unburdened by the weight of illness. When we invest in vaccines, we invest in the very foundation of a thriving economy. The positive implications resonate through families, workplaces, and entire communities, creating a vibrant ecosystem where health is prioritized. Picture a future where children grow up without the fear of preventable diseases, where parents can work and provide without the anxiety of illness looming over their families. As we continue to explore the profound impact of vaccination, let us carry this vision forward. The economic benefits we have discussed are not just theoretical. They are attainable realities that can shape our world for generations to come. Let us embrace this journey, recognizing that with every vaccination, we move closer to a healthier, more prosperous future. The profound cost-effectiveness of vaccination programs is evident when we consider not just the immediate financial implications, but the broader economic landscape that unfolds as a result of immunization. When we invest in vaccines, we are not merely purchasing doses. We are securing a future where healthcare systems can operate more efficiently. For every dollar spent on vaccination, a multitude of savings follows, transforming healthcare expenditure into a forward-looking investment that benefits future generations. Imagine a community where the prevalence of diseases like influenza or chickenpox has plummeted due to effective vaccination. This reduction leads to fewer hospital visits, shorter recovery periods, and ultimately less burden on healthcare providers. The economic ripple effect can be seen in reduced insurance premiums and lower costs for families, who can divert funds once allocated for treatments into education, housing, or savings. Each dollar saved can be reinvested into the local economy, promoting further growth and stability. Moreover, the reduction in healthcare costs associated with vaccine-preventable diseases extends to the realm of mental well-being. When families are free from the anxiety of illness, they can thrive emotionally, socially, and economically. The absence of preventable diseases creates an environment where children can focus on their education without interruptions caused by illness. Healthy children are more likely to attend school regularly, participate in extracurricular activities, and develop the skills they need to contribute positively to society. Consider the contributions of individuals like Dr. Jonas Salk, who developed the polio vaccine. His work not only saved millions from the debilitating effects of the disease, but also allowed entire populations to flourish. There is no such thing as a life of an individual, Salk once observed. There is no such thing as a life of an individual. The life of an individual is intertwined with that of humanity. This intertwining speaks to the economic fabric of society, where the health of one ultimately affects the health of all. The workforce productivity brought about by widespread vaccination cannot be overstated. Healthy employees are more engaged and productive, contributing to their organizations without the frequent disruptions caused by illness. Imagine a workplace where absenteeism is rare and employees feel empowered to pursue their best work. This scenario is not merely a dream. It becomes a tangible reality in communities that prioritize vaccination. By protecting public health, we enhance the economic output of businesses and, by extension, entire communities. The long-term savings for governments and healthcare systems are equally striking. As nations invest in vaccination, they inevitably reduce the incidence of diseases that require costly treatments and interventions. The savings from avoiding hospitalizations, emergency room visits, and long-term care can amount to substantial financial relief for governments. These funds can then be redirected toward essential services like education, infrastructure, and social programs, creating a more robust and resilient society. The emotional and social benefits of vaccination also contribute to its economic advantages. When families can feel secure in their health, they are more likely to participate in community life, engage in civic activities, and invest in their local economies. Imagine neighborhoods where children play freely without the threat of preventable diseases, where families gather without fear of illness fracturing their bonds. This sense of security fosters community cohesion, which is an invaluable asset for economic growth. The connection between health and economic prosperity is further illustrated through global health initiatives. Countries that have embraced vaccination as a fundamental aspect of public health often experience remarkable economic growth. For instance, nations that have successfully implemented vaccination programs against diseases like hepatitis B have seen declines in liver cancer rates, which in turn lowers healthcare costs and improves workforce productivity. The domino effect of such initiatives creates a positive feedback loop, where health improvements drive economic advancements, leading to further investments in health. Throughout history, we can find numerous examples where the successful implementation of vaccination campaigns has fueled economic revival. The eradication of smallpox is a prime example, but consider also the strides made against diseases like rubella. The introduction of the rubella vaccine led to a decline in congenital rubella syndrome, a condition that previously resulted in significant medical and social costs. By protecting mothers and their unborn children, societies have not only improved health outcomes, but also reduced the economic burden associated with lifelong disabilities. In our interconnected world, the impact of vaccination extends beyond borders. Healthy populations attract foreign investment, tourism, and trade opportunities. Countries that are seen as safe and healthy are more likely to draw businesses and travelers, further enhancing their economic landscape. Picture a thriving city, bustling with activity, where the vibrancy of daily life is underpinned by the health of its citizens. As we reflect on the multifaceted economic benefits of vaccination, it becomes clear that the implications reach far beyond immediate health outcomes. Each vaccination represents a commitment to a future where communities can thrive without the shadows of preventable diseases. This commitment fosters a society where the interplay between health and economic vitality is not just an ideal, but a lived reality. In this landscape of hope and possibility, let us envision the stories yet to unfold. The economic benefits we have explored become the building blocks of communities that flourish, where individuals are empowered to reach their fullest potential. The journey toward a healthier, more prosperous future is not merely a goal. It is a shared responsibility that beckons us to act with conviction and compassion. By championing vaccination, we pave the way for a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Chapter 5. Overcoming Vaccine Hesitancy. The journey toward widespread vaccination is often impeded by a complex web of vaccine hesitancy. Individuals and communities may harbor doubts for various reasons, ranging from personal beliefs to misinformation. Picture a mother standing in her kitchen, weighing the potential risks and benefits of vaccinating her child. She may have heard stories from friends or family, or perhaps she encountered alarming articles online. This scenario is not uncommon. Many people grapple with fears about side effects, distrust in pharmaceutical companies, or skepticism toward government health policies. One of the most significant barriers to vaccination is the fear of adverse reactions. For some, the images of vaccines causing harm loom larger than the realities of vaccine-preventable diseases. The emotional weight of these fears can overshadow scientific evidence. Imagine a person who has witnessed the impact of a severe illness firsthand. Their experience shapes their perception, making them susceptible to doubt. How can we alleviate these concerns? Effective public communication plays a critical role in addressing vaccine hesitancy. The challenge lies in crafting messages that resonate with diverse audiences, speaking to their fears, values, and beliefs. It requires a delicate balance of empathy and information. Storytelling can be a powerful tool in this endeavor. When people hear about others who have benefited from vaccination or survived vaccine-preventable diseases, they often find relatable connections that can shift their perspective. In the realm of public health, the importance of transparency cannot be overstated. When health authorities communicate openly about the vaccine development process, including the rigorous testing and monitoring that vaccines undergo, they build trust. Imagine if healthcare leaders openly shared the stories of scientists who dedicated years of their lives to ensure vaccines are safe and effective. This approach fosters a sense of community and shared responsibility, empowering individuals to make informed choices. Healthcare providers are essential allies in combating vaccine hesitancy. They have the unique opportunity to engage with patients on a personal level, dispelling myths and providing tailored information. Consider a pediatrician who takes the time to explain the importance of each vaccine in a child's schedule. Their compassionate approach can help alleviate fears and encourage parents to prioritize vaccinations. The power of one-on-one conversations cannot be underestimated. When healthcare professionals listen actively to patients' concerns and address them with compassion, they create an environment where individuals feel heard and respected. This dialogue can transform skepticism into understanding. There are numerous success stories from around the world that exemplify effective strategies in increasing vaccination rates. In Australia, for instance, a program known as No Jab, No Pay incentivized vaccinations by linking government benefits to immunization status. Families became more motivated to vaccinate their children, leading to a significant rise in vaccination rates. In Ghana, community health workers embarked on a grassroots campaign to educate villagers about the importance of vaccinations. By leveraging local leaders and trusted figures, they dispelled myths and built confidence in vaccines. Imagine the impact of a respected elder sharing their own vaccination experience, encouraging others to follow suit. These case studies highlight the importance of culturally sensitive approaches that resonate with local populations. When communities are engaged and empowered, vaccination campaigns can flourish. In the United States, the Vaccines on the Move initiative used mobile clinics to reach underserved populations. These clinics not only provided vaccinations, but also served as educational hubs, where healthcare professionals offered information and answered questions. This approach demonstrated that accessibility and education go hand in hand, creating opportunities for individuals to receive the care they need in a familiar setting. As we consider these successful strategies, it's essential to reflect on the role of social media in shaping public perception. Social media platforms can amplify both misinformation and accurate information. It's a double-edged sword. While they can spread fear and doubt, they also provide a venue for experts to share factual information quickly. How can we harness this potential? Engaging with audiences on social media requires a thoughtful approach. Public health campaigns that use relatable language, visuals, and personal stories can capture attention and spark dialogue. Imagine a short video where a healthcare provider shares their passion for vaccines and explains how they protect not just individuals, but entire communities. Combating misinformation is crucial in this digital age. When false claims go unchecked, they can sow discord and fear. Public health organizations must actively monitor conversations, respond to concerns with evidence, and clarify misconceptions. As we delve into the art of persuasion, it's important to remember the psychology of decision-making. People are more likely to change their minds when they feel emotionally connected to a message. By sharing stories that evoke empathy or highlight the real-life consequences of vaccine-preventable diseases, public health advocates can foster a deeper understanding of the stakes involved in vaccination. In the face of adversity, the resilience of individuals and communities shines through. Many advocacy groups have emerged to champion vaccination efforts, providing support and resources to those seeking answers. These organizations often work tirelessly to bridge the gap between the scientific community and the public, ensuring that accurate information is accessible to all. Vaccine ambassadors have played a significant role in these efforts. These trusted voices within communities can sway opinions and inspire action, reminding us that change often starts at the grassroots level. Imagine a local figure, respected and well-known, standing up to share their vaccination journey. Their experience can resonate deeply, encouraging others to reflect on their own choices. As we reflect on the challenges of vaccine hesitancy, it's vital to acknowledge the ongoing journey of education and awareness. The fight against misinformation is not just a battle for facts, it is a quest for understanding. Through compassion, transparency, and community engagement, we can foster an environment where individuals feel empowered to embrace vaccination as a path toward health and safety. The road ahead may be long, but with each conversation, each shared story, and each empowered individual, we move closer to a world where vaccine hesitancy is a relic of the past. The beauty of this journey lies not only in the science, but also in the connections we forge along the way. The barriers to vaccination are multifaceted, and addressing them requires a deep understanding of the landscape of public perception. Some individuals may express doubts not just about the vaccine itself, but also about the motivations behind vaccination campaigns. They may question whether the emphasis on vaccination is driven by genuine public health concerns or by profit. How can we cultivate a sense of trust in these initiatives? Transparency is crucial. When health organizations openly share not just the successes but also the challenges of vaccine development, it fosters a genuine connection with the public. Imagine if every person had access to the stories of scientists grappling with complex data, tirelessly working to ensure safety and efficacy. By humanizing the process, we allow individuals to see the commitment and dedication behind the vaccines that protect their families. Moreover, the role of healthcare providers extends beyond mere information dissemination. It is about building relationships. A healthcare provider's recommendation can significantly influence a patient's decision. Think of the experiences shared in the waiting room of a clinic, stories exchanged among parents waiting for their children's vaccinations. These moments can create an atmosphere of reassurance. When parents hear another parent discuss their positive vaccination experience, it can shift their perspective and ease their fears. In many cases, local community leaders have emerged as invaluable assets in the fight against vaccine hesitancy. By leveraging their influence, they can help dispel myths and encourage vaccination within their communities. Picture a respected teacher or a beloved coach advocating for vaccines, sharing their personal stories, and emphasizing the importance of community health. Such figures can serve as trusted voices, bridging the gap between scientific knowledge and public sentiment. Their endorsements can resonate in ways that statistics alone cannot. The use of innovative communication strategies can further enhance public understanding. Consider the impact of visual storytelling. Infographics, animations, and testimonials can encapsulate complex information in an accessible format. Imagine scrolling through social media and encountering a compelling animation that illustrates how vaccines work within the body. Such engaging content can capture attention and spark curiosity, leading individuals to seek more information. Additionally, educational initiatives aimed at schools can plant the seeds of understanding early on. When children learn about vaccines in a factual, engaging manner, they carry this knowledge into adulthood. Visualize a classroom where students are taught about the history of vaccination, the science behind it, and the importance of protecting not just themselves but their communities as well. This foundational understanding can ripple outward, empowering the next generation to advocate for their health choices. Successful vaccination campaigns have often included creative incentives to encourage participation. Some regions have implemented programs that reward families for completing vaccination schedules, using a combination of education and motivation to increase compliance. Imagine receiving a small gift or recognition for ensuring your child is vaccinated on time. Such initiatives can shift the perception of vaccination from a chore to a valued achievement. The integration of technology into vaccination efforts is another frontier worth exploring. Mobile applications that remind parents of vaccination schedules can be complemented by educational resources that address common concerns. Imagine a user-friendly app that not only tracks vaccination dates, but also provides answers to frequently asked questions, dispelling myths as they arise. This approach harnesses the familiarity of technology to create a supportive environment for families. One of the most poignant aspects of overcoming vaccine hesitancy lies in the stories of those who have faced the consequences of vaccine-preventable diseases. Consider the powerful narratives shared by individuals who have lived through outbreaks. Their testimonies can evoke empathy and urgency, illustrating the very real stakes involved in the decision to vaccinate. When faced with the harrowing reality of illness, the abstract fears surrounding vaccines can begin to dissipate. Public health organizations have recognized the need for tailored messaging that speaks to the unique concerns of different communities. For example, campaigns targeting specific ethnic or cultural groups may incorporate traditional beliefs and values into their messaging. Imagine a campaign that not only emphasizes scientific facts but also honors cultural practices and perspectives. By respecting and integrating these elements, vaccination efforts can resonate more profoundly. The involvement of trusted figures extends beyond community leaders to encompass local health workers, who often serve as the first point of contact for families. When these workers are equipped with accurate information and the tools to engage in meaningful conversations, they can address hesitancy at its roots. Picture a nurse who not only administers vaccines but also takes the time to answer questions, dispelling fears, and building rapport. This personalized approach can create a ripple effect, encouraging families to prioritize vaccination. As we witness the evolving landscape of vaccine communication, it becomes clear that a multifaceted approach is essential. The intersection of empathy, education, and community engagement forms the bedrock of successful vaccination campaigns. The stories we share, the trust we build, and the connections we forge will shape the future of public health. Ultimately, the journey toward overcoming vaccine hesitancy is a collective one. It requires collaboration among scientists, healthcare providers, community leaders, and families. Each voice adds to the chorus advocating for health and safety, reminding us that we are all part of a larger narrative. Through this united effort, we can foster an environment where individuals feel empowered to embrace vaccination, thus creating a healthier future for all. The challenge may seem daunting, but with every conversation, every shared experience, and every effort to educate, we inch closer to a world where the fears surrounding vaccines are transformed into a collective commitment to health and well-being. The beauty of this movement lies not only in the science, but in the stories that weave us together, guiding us toward a brighter, healthier tomorrow. Chapter 6: Vaccination and Global Health Equity. Across the globe, the accessibility of vaccines reveals stark disparities, a reflection of wider inequalities in health and wealth. Imagine a world where a child in one country receives an essential vaccine, while another child, just miles away, remains unprotected due to the lack of resources. This is not just a hypothetical scenario, it is a daily reality for millions. In some regions, healthcare infrastructure is robust, supporting extensive vaccination campaigns. Meanwhile, in low-income countries, fragile health systems struggle to deliver even the most basic healthcare services. The consequences of these disparities are profound. Vaccine-preventable diseases continue to flourish in areas where immunization coverage is insufficient, leading to outbreaks that can devastate communities. Consider the impact of measles, once declared eliminated in many parts of the world. Yet, in regions with low vaccination rates, it has made a resurgence, claiming lives and causing unnecessary suffering. The World Health Organization has noted that the resurgence of such diseases is often linked directly to gaps in vaccine access. How can we bridge this divide? Through strategic initiatives aimed at improving vaccination coverage in low-income countries, we can work toward a more equitable health landscape. Several global initiatives have emerged dedicated to enhancing vaccination rates where they are most needed. Programs like Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, are pivotal in this effort. Established to increase access to immunization in the world's poorest countries, Gavi has facilitated the distribution of vaccines that would otherwise be unattainable. Through innovative financing models, Gavi collaborates with governments, NGOs, and the private sector to ensure that vaccines reach those in need. Imagine the joy of a parent witnessing their child receive a vaccine that protects them from a potentially deadly disease. Such moments are the heart of Gavi's mission, reinforcing the belief that every child, regardless of where they are born, deserves the chance to live a healthy life. Another important initiative is the Global Vaccine Action Plan, which aims to prevent millions of deaths by ensuring equitable access to vaccines for all people. This plan emphasizes the need for countries to strengthen their health systems while also ensuring that vaccination services are integrated into primary health care. The success of these initiatives lies not only in the vaccines themselves, but also in the partnerships formed to make them accessible. Health workers, often the unsung heroes in these efforts, brave challenging conditions to bring life-saving vaccines to remote villages and urban slums alike. Their dedication reminds us of the interconnectedness of our global health community. International organizations play an essential role in the distribution of vaccines, acting as the backbone of global vaccination efforts. The World Health Organization is perhaps the most recognized entity in this regard. As a leader in coordinating international health responses, it provides guidance, resources, and expertise to countries around the world. The organization's initiatives go beyond mere distribution. They focus on building sustainable health systems that can support ongoing vaccination efforts. One of the most notable achievements of the WHO was in the battle against polio. Through the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, the organization mobilized a massive global effort to immunize children against this debilitating disease. This initiative not only showcased the power of international cooperation, but also highlighted the importance of sustained commitment to vaccination. The WHO's work serves as a reminder that, while the task may seem daunting, collective action can lead to extraordinary results. Despite these strides, ethical considerations loom large in global vaccination efforts. At the heart of these discussions lies the question of equity. Should wealthier nations prioritize their populations over those in poorer regions? The COVID-19 pandemic laid bare these ethical dilemmas as countries with access to vaccines rushed to protect their citizens. Meanwhile, many low-income countries found themselves at the mercy of global supply chains, often left waiting for doses. The moral imperative to ensure equitable vaccine distribution is clear. No one is safe until everyone is safe. Imagine the implications of a world where vaccines are distributed solely based on economic power. Such an approach not only undermines public health efforts, but also perpetuates cycles of inequality. Ethical vaccination practices demand that we prioritize the most vulnerable populations, ensuring that all individuals have access to the protection they need. In this context, the principle of solidarity emerges as a guiding philosophy. Solidarity emphasizes the interconnectedness of all humanity, urging us to act in the best interest of one another. This idea resonates deeply within the global health community, as leaders and advocates call for a collaborative approach to vaccination that transcends borders. As we reflect on the journey of vaccination, it is essential to remember the voices of those who champion equity in health. Figures like Dr. Gro Harlem Brundtland, former Director General of the WHO, remind us that health is a human right. This assertion serves as a powerful call to action, urging us to advocate for policies that prioritize health for all, regardless of socioeconomic status. The challenge ahead is formidable, yet it is one we can meet with compassion and determination. By addressing the disparities in vaccine access, strengthening the role of international organizations, and embracing ethical considerations, we can forge a path toward global health equity. Picture a world where every child receives the vaccines they need to thrive, free from the shadows of preventable diseases. This vision is not merely aspirational. It is achievable if we commit ourselves to the principles of equity and solidarity. To create this reality, we must continue to support initiatives that improve vaccination coverage in lower-income countries. This includes investing in infrastructure, training healthcare workers, and fostering community engagement to build trust in vaccination programs. Imagine the ripple effect of such efforts, where healthy children grow into healthy adults, contributing to their communities and economies. The potential for transformation is immense, and it begins with ensuring that every individual has access to life-saving vaccines. As we traverse the landscape of global health, let us carry with us the stories of those who have fought for equitable vaccine access. Their struggles and triumphs illuminate the path forward, reminding us that our health is intertwined. In the face of adversity, we have witnessed the resilience of communities coming together to advocate for their right to health. This spirit of determination fuels the ongoing fight for vaccination equity, inspiring us to believe that change is not only possible, but also within our reach. Together, we can weave a future where vaccination is not a privilege of the few, but a fundamental right for all. As we ponder the journey ahead, let us remain steadfast in our commitment to global health equity, ensuring that the blessings of vaccination are shared by every child, every family, and every community. As we continue to explore the landscape of vaccination and global health equity, we must confront the pressing disparities in vaccine access that exist worldwide. These disparities not only affect individual health outcomes, but also have broader implications for public health and social stability. Imagine the frustration of a healthcare worker in a low-income country, striving to provide care amidst limited resources, while across the globe, populations enjoy the luxury of abundant vaccines and healthcare services. These inequities challenge our sense of justice and fairness in health. The stark reality is that children from marginalized communities are often the most vulnerable, facing barriers that prevent them from receiving life-saving vaccines. Geographic isolation, socioeconomic status, and systemic inequalities all contribute to this troubling picture. In regions where healthcare systems are underfunded and overstretched, even routine vaccinations can become a daunting task. Addressing these challenges requires a multifaceted approach, beginning with initiatives aimed at improving vaccination coverage in low-income countries. One effective strategy involves enhancing local healthcare infrastructure. This includes building equipped facilities, providing essential medical supplies, and ensuring access to clean water and sanitation. Imagine a community health center, bustling with activity, where families gather not only for vaccinations, but also for education on health and wellness. When healthcare systems are strengthened, they become resilient enough to withstand the pressures of public health emergencies and deliver consistent, quality care. Furthermore, community engagement plays a crucial role in overcoming barriers to vaccination, In many areas, mistrust and misinformation contribute to vaccine hesitancy. Local leaders and health workers, who are often seen as trusted figures, can bridge the gap between medical advice and community beliefs. By fostering open dialogues, they can address concerns, dispel myths, and provide accurate information about the benefits of vaccination. Picture a community gathering where health professionals share their knowledge and experiences, empowering families to make informed decisions about their health. International organizations have taken significant steps to support these initiatives, acting as facilitators in the complex web of vaccine distribution. The United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, for example, plays a vital role in ensuring that vaccines reach children in the most remote and underserved regions of the world. Through its logistics capabilities, UNICEF has been able to deliver vaccines under challenging conditions, often utilizing innovative methods such as drone technology to reach isolated populations. This blend of creativity and collaboration exemplifies how international organizations can contribute to health equity. Moreover, partnerships among governments, nonprofits, and private sectors are essential for improving vaccine accessibility. Initiatives like the COVAX facility demonstrate the power of collective effort as countries come together to ensure equitable distribution of COVID-19 vaccines. This coalition aims to provide vaccines to low and middle-income countries, ensuring that no one is left behind in the fight against the pandemic. The challenges faced during the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines have underscored the importance of solidarity in global health. However, while the logistics of vaccine distribution are critical, we must also grapple with the ethical considerations that arise in global vaccination efforts. The disparities in access to vaccines prompt urgent questions about our moral responsibilities. How do we prioritize the health of populations in wealthier nations without neglecting those in dire need? The ethical principle of beneficence, acting in the best interest of others, serves as a guiding light in this complex landscape. The COVID-19 pandemic illuminated the ethical dilemmas surrounding vaccine distribution. Wealthier nations, often shielded by their economic power, secured vast quantities of vaccines, while many low-income countries remained in the shadows, waiting for their turn. This scenario invites us to reflect on the implications of vaccine nationalism. Can we truly claim to value human life if access to vaccines is dictated by economic stature? The answer lies in a commitment to global health equity, where the health of one is inextricably linked to the health of all. The concept of justice in healthcare demands that we ensure equitable access to vaccines for every individual, regardless of their circumstances. By prioritizing vulnerable populations, we not only uphold ethical standards but also enhance our collective resilience against disease outbreaks. In this pursuit, the voices of advocates who champion health equity are indispensable. Figures such as Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the WHO, emphasize that no one is safe until everyone is safe. This poignant reminder serves as a rallying cry for those working tirelessly to ensure the vaccines are viewed not merely as commodities, but as essential rights. As we consider the future of global vaccination efforts, we must remain vigilant in our commitment to ethical practices. The principles of transparency, accountability, and fairness should guide our actions. It is through these lenses that we can envision a world where vaccines are distributed based on need rather than wealth. Reflecting on the stories of those who have fought for equitable access to vaccines inspires hope. Imagine a world where healthcare is a universal right, where every child has the chance to thrive without the looming threat of preventable diseases. It is a vision we can strive for, one that requires the collective efforts of individuals, organizations, and governments around the globe. The journey toward global health equity is fraught with challenges, yet it is also filled with opportunities for transformation. By addressing disparities in vaccine access, strengthening healthcare systems, and embracing ethical considerations, we can create a future where health is a shared priority. In this world, vaccination will not merely be a privilege for the fortunate few, but a fundamental right accessible to all. As we continue to explore the interconnections between vaccination and global health equity, let us hold steadfast to the belief that change is possible. Together, we can forge a path that prioritizes the health of every individual, ensuring that the benefits of vaccination resonate far and wide, across communities, nations, and generations. Chapter 7: The Impact of Vaccination on Disease Eradication. Imagine a world where diseases once feared have come close to being erased from existence. This is the story of vaccination's profound impact on disease eradication. Success stories abound, showcasing the remarkable achievements that stem from the collective efforts of scientists, healthcare providers, and communities. The near eradication of diseases such as polio and guinea worm disease offers a glimpse into a future where humanity can triumph over its microbial adversaries. Polio, a disease that once paralyzed countless children worldwide, is now on the brink of extinction. Thanks to the global vaccination initiative led by the World Health Organization, polio cases have dropped dramatically over the past decades. The Salk and Sabin vaccines served as critical tools in this battle, transforming the landscape of public health. Imagine once bustling playgrounds, where laughter was often overshadowed by the fear of polio. Today, many children play freely, their lives untouched by this once dreaded illness. As health leaders push for complete eradication, they face the challenge of maintaining vaccination coverage in regions where access remains precarious. While the successes are monumental, challenges loom large. Maintaining vaccination coverage is a delicate endeavor, particularly in areas experiencing conflict or political instability. Picture a village where parents hesitate to bring their children for vaccination, not out of reluctance to protect their health, but due to fears surrounding safety and accessibility. Misinformation can seep into communities like a shadow, obscuring the clarity of vaccine benefits. The task of ensuring that every child receives their vaccinations is one that requires persistent effort and education. Countries have employed various strategies to enhance vaccination rates, from door-to-door campaigns to community health worker initiatives. These dedicated individuals often serve as bridges between healthcare systems and the communities they serve. They work tirelessly to dispel myths and provide accurate information about vaccines. Imagine a health worker standing at the threshold of a home, engaging with parents, reassuring them of the safety and efficacy of vaccines. The power of human connection can often sway minds and open hearts, fostering a climate where vaccination is embraced rather than feared. Surveillance systems play a crucial role in tracking disease outbreaks, serving as the eyes and ears of public health. These systems, often interconnected and global in scope, gather data that informs vaccination strategies and response efforts. Imagine a network of health workers, scientists, and data analysts working together, their efforts harmonizing to detect potential outbreaks before they escalate. This proactive approach is essential in the ongoing fight against diseases that threaten to reemerge. Consider the story of measles, a disease that had been largely controlled in many regions through widespread vaccination. Yet, as vaccination rates dipped in certain areas, outbreaks surged with alarming speed. The resurgence of measles serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of progress. Surveillance systems enable health authorities to identify and respond to these outbreaks swiftly, deploying resources where they are most needed. The intricate web of data allows for a clearer understanding of disease patterns, enabling targeted interventions that can save lives. As we look to the future, the goals of global disease eradication become ever more ambitious. The World Health Organization has set its sights on eliminating diseases like malaria and tuberculosis, recognizing that these challenges require a multifaceted approach. Imagine a world where these diseases are mere footnotes in history, where children grow up unhindered by the specter of illness. To achieve these aspirations, collaboration on a global scale is paramount. Countries must come together, sharing knowledge, resources, and innovations to combat these persistent foes. Public-private partnerships can facilitate access to vaccines and treatments, ensuring that even the most vulnerable populations are not left behind. As we think about the future, one question arises: how can we ensure that the progress made in vaccination coverage continues unabated? Education remains a cornerstone of this effort. The narrative surrounding vaccines must be woven with threads of trust, transparency, and understanding. Communities need to feel empowered, equipped with the knowledge that vaccination not only protects individual health, but contributes to the well-being of society as a whole. Imagine a community meeting where healthcare professionals engage with families, discussing the importance of vaccines in a way that resonates deeply. The journey toward global disease eradication is fraught with challenges, yet it is also marked by hope and resilience. The stories of those impacted by vaccine-preventable diseases serve as powerful motivators in this quest. Each life saved is a testament to the dedication of health professionals and the willingness of communities to embrace vaccination. As we ponder the future of vaccination and disease eradication, we must also consider the emerging technologies that promise to revolutionize the field. Advances in genomics and biotechnology are paving the way for new vaccine developments that could address diseases once thought insurmountable. Imagine a world where rapid vaccine development becomes the norm, allowing for swift responses to emerging threats. In this evolving landscape, the commitment to equitable healthcare access remains vital. The disparities that exist today can only be bridged through concerted efforts to ensure that vaccines reach all corners of the globe. It is a shared responsibility, one that demands collaboration and empathy from all stakeholders. As we envision the path forward, let us hold on to the successes of the past while remaining mindful of the work that lies ahead. The impact of vaccination on disease eradication is a journey that requires our collective dedication and unwavering hope. Each step taken brings us closer to a world where the fears of infectious diseases are replaced by the promise of health and well-being for all. The commitment to vaccination is not just a scientific endeavor, it is a moral imperative. Every life saved through vaccination is a victory for humanity. As we reflect on the successes, challenges, and future goals of vaccination and disease eradication, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit. Together, we can forge a future where diseases are not merely managed, but eradicated. In this ongoing narrative of health and hope, the legacy of vaccination continues to unfold, inviting us to participate in the story of our shared humanity. The impact of vaccination on disease eradication is profound, and as we look ahead, we are filled with the promise of a healthier, more equitable world. The journey of vaccination extends beyond individual health. It is a collective movement that shapes the trajectory of entire communities. As we explore success stories, we must acknowledge the inspiring individuals who have contributed to these milestones. Among these heroes is Dr. Jonas Salk, who developed the polio vaccine. His humility and dedication to public health serve as a beacon, reminding us that the fight against disease is not just about scientific triumphs, but about the compassion that drives them. Salk once said, "I have had a great deal of experience in the field of public health, and I can say that there is no single factor more important than the will of people to work together." This spirit of collaboration is essential in maintaining vaccination coverage, especially when faced with challenges. Imagine a world where every child is vaccinated, where the cries of children are not accompanied by the specter of diseases that once wreaked havoc. Achieving this requires a steadfast commitment to overcoming barriers that threaten vaccination efforts. In many regions, misinformation spreads like wildfire, fueled by social media and mistrust. Communities often lack access to reliable information, leading to misconceptions about vaccine safety. The challenge lies in crafting messages that resonate deeply, reaching hearts and minds alike. Empowering local leaders to become advocates for vaccination can be a game changer. Picture a respected elder in a community, passionately speaking about the importance of protecting children through vaccination. Their words carry weight, fostering trust and encouraging families to embrace immunization. This grassroots approach helps dismantle the walls of doubt and builds a foundation of understanding. Furthermore, maintaining vaccination coverage in the face of socio-political challenges is a complex endeavor. In regions experiencing unrest, health workers often navigate treacherous environments to ensure children receive their vaccines. Imagine the bravery of these individuals, risking their safety to deliver life-saving interventions. Their commitment shines a light on the resilience of the human spirit, a testament to the belief that health is a right, not a privilege. To bolster vaccination efforts, countries are increasingly investing in innovative surveillance systems. These systems perform a delicate dance of data collection and analysis, enabling health authorities to track disease patterns and vaccination rates. Imagine a network of healthcare workers equipped with smartphones, recording immunization data in real time, contributing to a global database that informs public health decisions. This interconnectedness not only helps identify outbreaks early, but also facilitates targeted responses, ensuring that resources are allocated where they are most needed. The resurgence of diseases like measles highlights the importance of these systems. When vaccination rates decline, outbreaks can spread rapidly, illustrating how fragile progress can be. The World Health Organization's commitment to eradication hinges on the ability to respond swiftly to emerging threats. As the saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. This sentiment resonates deeply within the realm of vaccination, where proactive measures can prevent the suffering caused by outbreaks. Looking to the horizon, the goals for future global disease eradication are both ambitious and attainable. The elimination of malaria, a disease that has plagued humanity for centuries, stands as a critical focus. Imagine the relief of families no longer burdened by the threat of malaria, where children can play outside without fear of illness. Achieving this vision requires a multifaceted approach, blending vaccination with education, vector control, and community engagement. Global partnerships are vital in this quest. Countries must unite, sharing resources and expertise to enhance vaccination coverage worldwide. The collaboration between public health organizations, governments, and private entities can create a robust infrastructure that ensures no population is left behind. This collective effort embodies the essence of what it means to be part of a global community, where the health of one is intertwined with the health of all. Education remains a cornerstone in this journey. The narrative surrounding vaccines must be infused with clarity and understanding, fostering trust among communities. Imagine a world where parents eagerly seek information about vaccines, armed with the knowledge that immunization is a shared responsibility. Health campaigns that promote dialogue and engage communities can transform skepticism into enthusiasm, paving the way for higher vaccination rates. The future of vaccination and disease eradication is not solely dependent on current strategies. Emerging technologies hold the promise of revolutionizing how we approach infectious diseases. Advances in genomics, for instance, have the potential to accelerate vaccine development, allowing for rapid responses to unforeseen outbreaks. Imagine a platform where vaccines can be tailored to specific strains of a virus, effectively neutralizing threats before they can spread. As we contemplate the future, the commitment to equitable access to healthcare remains paramount. The disparities that persist in vaccination coverage are stark reminders of the work that lies ahead. How can we ensure that every child, regardless of their geographical location, has access to life-saving vaccines? By championing policies that prioritize health equity, we can create a world where no child is left vulnerable to preventable diseases. Each step taken toward global disease eradication is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the collective power of communities. The stories of those touched by vaccine-preventable diseases serve as poignant reminders of the stakes involved. With every life saved, we honor the dedication of health professionals and the courage of families who choose vaccination. In this ongoing narrative of health and hope, the legacy of vaccination continues to unfold. As we look ahead, we are filled with determination to forge a future where the specters of infectious diseases are replaced by the promise of vibrant, healthy lives for all. The journey may be challenging, but it is illuminated by the unwavering belief that together we can achieve a healthier, more equitable world. Chapter 8. Emerging Vaccines and Technologies. The emergence of mRNA technology marks a transformative chapter in the history of vaccines, offering new horizons for the prevention of infectious diseases. Imagine a blueprint, meticulously crafted to instruct cells on how to produce the very proteins that trigger an immune response. This is the essence of mRNA, a molecule that carries genetic instructions from DNA to the cell's machinery, guiding the production of proteins. In the case of vaccines, this technology allows for the development of vaccines that can be rapidly designed and produced in response to new threats. Historically, the journey of mRNA technology began decades ago, with scientists like Katalin Karikó and Drew Weissman laying the groundwork for its potential. Their pioneering research revealed how mRNA could be harnessed safely and effectively, leading to the development of the first mRNA vaccines. The success of these vaccines against diseases such as COVID-19 has illuminated the possibilities that lie ahead. Just think about it. A vaccine that can be designed in a matter of weeks, tailored to combat emerging infectious diseases. The flexibility and adaptability of mRNA technology could revolutionize our approach to future epidemics. As we consider the implications of this technology, we must ask ourselves, what other diseases could benefit from mRNA-driven solutions? Diseases like Zika, rabies, and even influenza are being explored as potential candidates for mRNA vaccine development. The ability to swiftly adapt to rapidly mutating viruses could become a critical tool in our public health arsenal. The potential for mRNA vaccines goes beyond infectious diseases. Researchers are investigating their use in cancer therapies, aiming to teach the immune system to recognize and attack cancer cells. This opens up a realm of possibilities, where vaccines may not only prevent disease, but actively combat existing conditions. In tandem with mRNA technology, the development of vaccines for emerging infectious diseases is gaining momentum. The world has witnessed the rapid rise of novel pathogens, often stemming from zoonotic origins, diseases that jump from animals to humans. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for preparedness against such threats. In response, health organizations and researchers have become more proactive, investing in the rapid development of vaccines for emerging diseases like Ebola and Nipah virus. Imagine a world where a new outbreak is met not with panic, but with readiness. The urgency of the situation has spurred collaborations across borders, uniting scientists, governments, and pharmaceutical companies in the race to create effective vaccines. The Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, or CEPI, exemplifies this collaborative spirit, working to expedite vaccine development for diseases that pose a significant risk to public health. Alongside these innovations, new vaccine delivery methods are emerging, transforming the way we think about immunization. Traditional injections remain a cornerstone of vaccination, but alternative methods are gaining traction. Picture a patch that contains tiny microneedles, so small that they are hardly felt when applied to the skin. These patches could simplify the vaccination process, making it more accessible and less intimidating, particularly for children and those with needle phobia. The convenience of self-administration could lead to higher vaccination rates, enhancing public health outcomes. Oral vaccines are also on the horizon, presenting another avenue for simplified immunization. Imagine a vaccine that can be swallowed, providing an efficient and painless way to protect against diseases. This approach not only has the potential to improve the vaccination experience, but also to reach populations that may be difficult to access through traditional means. Researchers are exploring a variety of oral vaccine candidates, ranging from those targeting rotavirus to more ambitious projects aimed at combating HIV. The role of biotechnology in advancing vaccination efforts cannot be overstated. Biotechnology encompasses a wide range of techniques and processes that utilize living organisms to develop products and technologies. This field has propelled vaccine research forward, providing tools that enhance efficacy and safety. For example, recombinant DNA technology allows scientists to produce specific proteins needed for vaccines in a controlled environment, streamlining the production process and ensuring consistency. Consider the remarkable achievements in vaccine development that have stemmed from biotechnological advancements. The hepatitis B vaccine, for instance, was made possible through recombinant DNA technology, allowing for the production of safe and effective vaccines from yeast cells rather than live pathogens. This has not only improved safety profiles, but has also made vaccines more accessible to populations worldwide. The interplay between biotechnology and vaccine development is a testament to human ingenuity. As researchers continue to explore the frontiers of science, the potential for innovative solutions grows. Imagine a future where personalized vaccines are a reality, tailored to an individual's genetic makeup, enhancing their immune response. This vision is not far-fetched. Ongoing research into the field of genomics may pave the way for such advancements. As we stand on the cusp of a new era in vaccination, we can ponder the vast possibilities that lie ahead. Emerging technologies and innovative approaches are poised to reshape our understanding of health and disease prevention. With mRNA technology, the rapid development of vaccines for emerging infectious diseases, and groundbreaking delivery methods, the landscape of vaccinations is evolving at an unprecedented pace. The intersection of science, technology, and human determination continues to inspire hope for a healthier future, one where the shadows of infectious diseases are cast further into the past. The promise of mRNA technology extends far beyond its initial applications, inviting scientists to explore uncharted territories in vaccine development. As we witness the rapid advancements in this field, it becomes evident that the implications are profound. One of the most exhilarating aspects of mRNA technology is its versatility, allowing researchers to pivot quickly in response to emerging infectious diseases. Imagine the potential for a platform that can be modified to address not just one pathogen, but a suite of them. This adaptability could be a game changer, particularly in an era where outbreaks can occur with alarming speed. The journey of mRNA vaccines has inspired a wave of innovation across the globe. In laboratories, researchers are now investigating how to tailor these vaccines, not just for viral infections, but also for bacterial diseases, such as tuberculosis and syphilis. The ability to swiftly craft an mRNA vaccine for a previously untreatable infection could redefine our approach to health crises. As the late Nobel laureate Albert Calmette once stated, "It is better to prevent than to cure." This wisdom resonates deeply within the realm of vaccination, reinforcing the notion that proactive measures can stave off potential outbreaks before they escalate. In parallel with mRNA advancements, the development of vaccines for emerging infectious diseases continues to gain urgency. The world's interconnectedness means that pathogens can cross borders with ease, making global health a collective responsibility. Notably, the emergence of diseases like the Ebola virus and Zika virus has catalyzed efforts to create vaccines that can be deployed rapidly. Picture a world where scientists, armed with the lessons learned from past outbreaks, can respond with vaccines that are not only effective, but delivered swiftly to those in need. The urgency of these developments is palpable, as countries recognize that preparedness is vital in safeguarding public health. Collaboration is key to this endeavor. The Global Vaccine Alliance, GIVEI, exemplifies the power of collective action, bringing together governments, international organizations, and the private sector to ensure equitable access to vaccines. This coalition has played a pivotal role in immunizing millions against preventable diseases, particularly in low-income countries. By fostering partnerships and pooling resources, GIVEI helps to create a world where vaccines are not a privilege, but a right. As we explore innovative vaccine delivery methods, one cannot help but marvel at the creativity and ingenuity of scientists. The concept of microneedle patches, for instance, is a beautiful intersection of technology and simplicity. Visualize a small patch that adheres effortlessly to the skin, delivering a vaccine without the discomfort often associated with traditional needles. These patches not only reduce pain, but also enhance the likelihood of self-administration, particularly among those who may hesitate at the sight of a syringe. The potential for increased vaccination rates is significant, transforming the landscape of immunization. Similarly, oral vaccines are emerging as an exciting frontier. The idea of a vaccine that can be taken like a simple pill opens doors to greater accessibility. Imagine a future where children can receive life-saving vaccines through a sweet, flavored liquid, eliminating the anxiety often linked to injections. Researchers are diligently working on oral vaccines for diseases such as typhoid fever and cholera, which could revolutionize public health strategies in areas where injection-based vaccines are logistically challenging. The role of biotechnology in advancing vaccination efforts is an integral thread in this narrative. Biotechnology, with its myriad tools and applications, empowers scientists to create safer and more effective vaccines. The introduction of adjuvants, substances that enhance the body's immune response to a vaccine, illustrates this well. By incorporating these agents, researchers can amplify the effectiveness of a vaccine, ensuring that even a lower dose can elicit a robust immune reaction. This synergy between biotechnology and vaccine development not only strengthens efficacy, but also streamlines production processes. Imagine a world where vaccines can be mass-produced with unparalleled speed and consistency. The lessons learned from previous vaccine campaigns, such as the rapid deployment of the influenza vaccine, have paved the way for this ambitious vision. With the integration of advanced biotechnological methods, the future of vaccine development appears incredibly promising. As we reflect on these advancements, we must consider the ethical dimensions of vaccine research and implementation. The balance between innovation and safety is a delicate one. How do we ensure that emerging technologies are accessible to all, without compromising on safety or efficacy? The answer lies in the commitment to transparency, rigorous testing, and collaboration across sectors. Regulatory agencies play a crucial role in this process, as they evaluate new vaccines to ensure they meet the highest safety standards before reaching the public. In contemplating the future of vaccines, the notion of personalized medicine comes to the forefront. Imagine vaccines tailored to an individual's unique genetic makeup, designed to maximize their immune response. This burgeoning field of research, fueled by advancements in genomics, has the potential to change the very fabric of vaccination. Personalized vaccines could revolutionize how we approach not only infectious diseases, but also chronic conditions like cancer, offering targeted therapies that align with an individual's biology. As we stand on the threshold of this new era in vaccination, the possibilities seem endless. With mRNA technology, emerging infectious disease vaccines, innovative delivery methods, and the relentless march of biotechnology, we are witnessing a remarkable evolution in public health. The convergence of science and human ingenuity inspires a sense of hope, illuminating a path toward a future where the threat of infectious diseases is significantly diminished. In this unfolding narrative, each breakthrough brings us closer to a world where health equity is within reach, and the shadows of preventable diseases are receding further into our collective past. Chapter 9. Vaccination in the Age of Pandemics. As the world grappled with the COVID-19 pandemic, a profound chapter in the narrative of vaccination unfolded, revealing both the vulnerabilities and resilience of global health systems. The lessons learned from the vaccination efforts during this period serve as a beacon for future preparedness. Imagine a time when uncertainty loomed large in the hearts of many, as the virus spread rapidly, leaving a trail of caution and fear in its wake. In this context, the urgency for effective vaccines became paramount, prompting a global race for their development and approval. The importance of rapid vaccine development emerged as a defining feature of the pandemic response, Scientists and researchers worked tirelessly, often around the clock, utilizing cutting-edge technologies and unprecedented collaboration. The speed at which the vaccines were developed was not merely a feat of ingenuity, but a testament to the capabilities of modern science. Imagine the laboratories filled with dedicated professionals, their eyes gleaming with determination as they navigated through data and results, unveiling potential solutions. This extraordinary pace was made possible by prior investments in vaccine technologies, including the groundwork laid by mRNA research, which had been evolving for years before the pandemic struck. The race to develop a vaccine was underscored by a remarkable sense of urgency and collaboration. Global collaboration became a hallmark of this effort, as scientists, governments, and organizations united with a shared goal: to save lives. Picture a vast network of researchers from various corners of the world, sharing data and resources without hesitation. This collective spirit, reminiscent of a global village coming together in a time of need, exemplified the interconnectedness of our modern society. It revealed that when the stakes are high and the threat is real, the ability to cooperate transcends borders and ideologies. One of the standout examples of such collaboration was the COVAX initiative, designed to ensure equitable access to vaccines for all countries, regardless of their economic standing. This initiative embodied the notion that no one is safe until everyone is safe. It was a clarion call for global solidarity, emphasizing the importance of leaving no one behind in the pursuit of health and safety. The commitment of various nations and organizations to contribute resources and expertise paved the way for a more equitable distribution of vaccines, illustrating that, in the face of adversity, collaboration can yield profound outcomes. As we reflect on these significant advancements, the rapid approval processes implemented during the pandemic also warrant attention. Regulatory bodies around the world adapted, streamlining the review processes without compromising safety. Imagine the meticulous scrutiny of data and trials, a symphony of checks and balances ensuring that each vaccine met rigorous standards. The balance between speed and safety was delicate, yet it showcased the resilience of regulatory frameworks. This adaptability raises a crucial question. How can we maintain this momentum in future public health crises while ensuring that safety remains paramount? Moreover, the COVID-19 vaccination efforts illuminated the necessity of robust public health infrastructure. The global response to the pandemic revealed gaps in preparedness that must be addressed for future threats. Picture a world where health systems are fortified, equipped not only to handle emergencies, but also to promote ongoing health education and vaccination initiatives. The investment in healthcare infrastructure is not merely a reactive measure, but a proactive strategy that can save countless lives. Future preparedness for pandemic threats hinges on the lessons learned during this unprecedented time. Imagine a world where vaccines can be developed swiftly, yet with meticulous attention to safety and efficacy. The embrace of technology, such as mRNA platforms, can serve as a crucial component in this endeavor. These platforms allow for rapid design and deployment, making them invaluable in the face of emerging infectious diseases. The experiences from the COVID-19 vaccine rollout can serve as a blueprint for future initiatives, guiding the way toward a healthier global society. As we contemplate the future, the role of education and communication emerges as vital components in the realm of vaccination. How can we foster a culture of acceptance and understanding surrounding vaccines? The answer lies in the dissemination of clear, factual information that resonates with individuals and communities. Public health campaigns must bridge the gaps created by misinformation and hesitancy, crafting narratives that underscore the importance of vaccination in safeguarding not just individual health, but the health of entire communities. In navigating the complexities of public perception, it is essential to acknowledge the emotional component of vaccine acceptance. Picture a parent, faced with the decision to vaccinate their child, weighed down by concerns and uncertainties. The need for compassion and understanding in addressing these fears cannot be overstated. Engaging communities through storytelling, sharing personal experiences, and emphasizing the collective benefits of vaccination can create a sense of trust and connection. This approach can transform apprehension into action, paving the way for broader acceptance and participation in vaccination efforts. As we journey through the lessons of the COVID-19 vaccination efforts, it becomes evident that the path forward is illuminated by collaboration, innovation, and education. Imagine a future where global health is a shared responsibility, where nations unite to combat emerging threats with the same fervor displayed during the pandemic. In this envisioned world, the commitment to vaccination remains unwavering, fortified by the understanding that health is a universal right. The pandemic has underscored the intricate relationship between vaccination and disease control, revealing that the fight against infectious diseases is far from over. With new variants of viruses emerging and the potential for future pandemics always present, our preparedness must evolve. The COVID-19 experience has taught us that vigilance and adaptability are paramount. As we reflect on the past, it is imperative to carry forward the lessons learned, applying them not only to future vaccination campaigns but to the broader spectrum of public health. In this era of rapid change and uncertainty, the narrative of vaccination continues to unfold. With each lesson learned, we are drawn closer to a future where the threat of pandemics can be mitigated through strategic planning, global cooperation, and an unwavering commitment to health equity. The collective efforts of scientists, healthcare providers, policymakers, and communities will shape the next chapter of vaccination. By embracing these principles, we can foster a world that is not only prepared for future threats, but one that thrives in the face of challenge, ensuring that the promise of health is not just a dream, but a reality for all. The COVID-19 pandemic illuminated the critical need for an agile and responsive public health framework, emphasizing that preparedness extends beyond the immediate reaction to crises. One of the most profound lessons learned is that the establishment of robust pandemic response strategies requires foresight and proactive measures, not mere reaction. Imagine a world where public health systems are not only equipped to respond, but are also prepared to anticipate future threats. Such a vision involves integrating lessons from the past, ensuring that the mistakes and triumphs of the COVID-19 response inform our future actions. Consider the role of surveillance systems in this landscape. Effective public health relies on the ability to detect potential outbreaks before they spiral out of control. The pandemic underscored the importance of real-time data and communication networks that facilitate rapid information sharing. Picture an interconnected web of public health agencies, researchers, and healthcare providers, all working in unison to monitor trends and respond swiftly. This kind of vigilance is crucial in a world where pathogens can emerge unexpectedly, often without warning. The story of Dr. Michael Osterholm, an infectious disease expert, exemplifies this proactive approach. He has long advocated for enhanced pandemic preparedness, emphasizing the necessity of investing in surveillance and research. His insight underscores a fundamental truth. The greatest danger in a pandemic is not the virus itself, but the lack of preparation for it. This perspective urges us to envision a future where investment in public health infrastructure is prioritized, ensuring that we are ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Moreover, the importance of global collaboration cannot be overstated in our quest for future preparedness. The COVID-19 pandemic showcased how interconnected our world truly is, and how a disease that surfaces in one part of the globe can ripple through communities far and wide. Imagine countries coming together, not just in times of crisis, but as a continuous effort to share knowledge, resources, and research. This collaboration must extend beyond borders, encompassing not only rich nations, but also those with fewer resources, ensuring that every voice is heard and every contribution valued. The World Health Organization and other international bodies play a pivotal role in fostering this collaboration. Through initiatives aimed at strengthening health systems in low and middle-income countries, we can create a more equitable foundation for global health. A world where vaccines are not just available to the privileged few but to all is a world where health equity reigns. This vision calls for a commitment to funding and supporting vaccine research and distribution in underserved regions, bridging the gap that has often left many vulnerable to disease. As we reflect on the future, we must also consider the ethical implications of vaccine distribution. How can we ensure that the lessons learned from the pandemic lead to a more just and equitable approach? The answer lies in prioritizing transparency and fairness in vaccine allocation. Picture a world where ethical frameworks guide decision-making, ensuring that the most vulnerable populations are prioritized in times of health crises. This approach not only addresses immediate needs, but also builds trust within communities, fostering a culture of cooperation and mutual support. The future of vaccination also hinges on the continuous evolution of vaccine technologies. The rapid development of mRNA vaccines has opened doors to new possibilities, but it is crucial to remain vigilant and innovative. Imagine scientists exploring the potential of next-generation vaccines that could address not just one, but multiple pathogens simultaneously. The pursuit of universal vaccines, capable of providing broad protection against various strains of a virus, could reshape our approach to infectious diseases. The work being done by researchers in the field of universal flu vaccines exemplifies this ambition. Scientists are exploring new formulations and delivery methods that could enhance the efficacy and longevity of vaccines. Their efforts remind us that the journey of vaccine development is ongoing, and that we must remain committed to pushing the boundaries of science. By investing in research and fostering a spirit of innovation, we can cultivate an environment where breakthroughs become the norm rather than the exception. As we envision this future, the role of education and community engagement becomes paramount. How can we empower individuals to become advocates for vaccination? Education must be at the forefront, providing clear, accessible information that demystifies vaccines and fosters trust. Imagine community leaders and healthcare providers coming together to create educational programs that resonate with diverse populations. By addressing concerns directly and providing factual information, we can dismantle the barriers that lead to hesitancy and build a culture of acceptance around vaccination. The stories of individuals who have benefited from vaccines can serve as powerful testimonials, resonating with those on the fence about vaccination. By sharing personal experiences, we can remind others of the collective responsibility we share in protecting public health. Each voice that speaks out in favor of vaccination adds to a chorus of hope, reinforcing the idea that through unity, we can achieve a healthier future. The COVID-19 pandemic has been a catalyst for change, forcing us to confront the realities of global health inequity, the intricacies of vaccine development, and the vital need for preparedness. As we move forward, let us carry these lessons with us, cultivating a world where the health of each individual is valued as part of a greater whole. Together, we can weave a narrative that embraces collaboration, innovation, and compassion, laying the groundwork for a future that is resilient against the threats of pandemics yet to come. In this envisioned future, the promise of vaccination transforms from a mere hope into a living reality, accessible to all, fostering a healthier, more equitable world. Chapter 10: The Future of Vaccination and Public Health. In the evolving landscape of public health, the future of vaccination reveals itself as a synthesis of innovative strategies, education, and community engagement. As we observe the shifting tides in public health policy, it becomes evident that a more integrated approach is emerging. This approach acknowledges the importance of not only developing vaccines, but also ensuring that they reach every corner of society. Imagine a world where policies are crafted with the intent to foster trust, accessibility, and understanding. Public health officials are increasingly prioritizing the need for transparent communication and community involvement in vaccination programs, recognizing that these elements are crucial for their success. Education stands at the forefront of shaping these future vaccination strategies. It is not merely a tool for informing the public, but a bridge that connects the scientific community with everyday individuals. As we think about the way vaccination campaigns have evolved, it is essential to recognize the pivotal role of education in dispelling myths and building confidence in vaccines. Picture a classroom where children learn about the immune system, understanding how vaccines work to protect them from disease. This foundational knowledge can empower future generations to view vaccination as a fundamental aspect of health, rather than as a mere medical procedure. Moreover, public health initiatives are increasingly recognizing the value of engaging with communities to tailor educational efforts. Have you ever considered how local context and cultural beliefs shape perceptions of vaccination? By involving community leaders and stakeholders in the educational process, public health campaigns can resonate more deeply. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility, encouraging individuals to embrace vaccination not just for themselves, but for the collective well-being of their communities. Despite these promising trends, challenges remain on the horizon. Anticipating obstacles in vaccine acceptance and distribution is essential for crafting effective public health policies. Vaccine hesitancy continues to pose a significant barrier, often rooted in misinformation and fear. Imagine navigating a maze filled with conflicting messages about vaccines. How can we steer individuals toward the light of accurate information? One effective strategy is the use of storytelling to convey personal experiences and the positive impacts of vaccination. When people hear stories of communities overcoming outbreaks through vaccination, it can shift their perspective and inspire action. Additionally, logistical hurdles associated with vaccine distribution must be addressed. Picture a remote village where healthcare resources are scarce, yet the need for vaccination is paramount. Ensuring that vaccines reach these underserved areas requires innovative solutions, such as mobile clinics and partnerships with local organizations. By harnessing technology and local knowledge, public health officials can create pathways that connect vaccines to those who need them most, effectively reducing health disparities. As we envision a healthier future through vaccination initiatives, it becomes clear that the potential for transformation is immense. The vision extends beyond merely preventing diseases. It encompasses the creation of resilient communities capable of responding to health crises. Imagine a world where routine vaccinations are seamlessly integrated into healthcare systems, where parents feel confident taking their children for immunizations, and where health equity is prioritized in every policy decision. The future of vaccination is not solely about the science. It is about nurturing a societal commitment to health. It invites us to reimagine our collective responsibilities and the role each individual plays in fostering a healthier world. As we look ahead, we can draw inspiration from the successes of past vaccination efforts while remaining vigilant to the challenges that lie ahead. The journey toward a healthier future is a shared endeavor, one that requires unity, compassion, and a steadfast belief in the power of prevention. The narrative of vaccination is still being written, and each chapter unfolds with the promise of a brighter tomorrow. As we contemplate the future of vaccination and public health policy, we find ourselves on the brink of transformative change. The trends we are witnessing today are not merely reactions to past challenges, but proactive measures that aim to build resilience within health systems. Public health policy is increasingly characterized by inclusivity, emphasizing the need for collaboration between governments, healthcare providers, and communities. This collaborative environment allows for the sharing of resources, knowledge, and strategies that can effectively address the multifaceted challenges of vaccination. Consider the role of data-driven decision-making in shaping these policies. Imagine a world where real-time data informs vaccination campaigns, enabling health officials to allocate resources efficiently and respond swiftly to outbreaks. The integration of technology into public health has opened new avenues for monitoring vaccine coverage and identifying areas of need. Health departments can harness data analytics to pinpoint communities with low vaccination rates, tailoring outreach efforts to address specific concerns. This proactive approach fosters an environment where health equity is prioritized, ensuring that no community is left behind. Education remains a cornerstone of future vaccination strategies. It is essential not only to inform, but to empower individuals with knowledge about the importance and safety of vaccines. Picture community workshops where local health workers engage residents in discussions about vaccination. These sessions can bridge gaps in understanding, dispelling myths and misconceptions that often lead to hesitancy. The power of personal connection in these educational efforts cannot be overstated. When individuals see familiar faces advocating for vaccination, it fosters trust and encourages participation. Moreover, the incorporation of innovative educational tools can enhance the learning experience. Imagine interactive online platforms where people can explore the science behind vaccines through engaging visuals and stories. Such resources can demystify complex concepts, making them accessible to all ages. The goal is to cultivate a culture where vaccination is viewed as a vital part of personal and community health. As we reflect on the past, we recognize that education has played a pivotal role in past vaccination successes, and it will continue to be a driving force in shaping future initiatives. However, as we forge ahead, we must remain vigilant to the challenges that lie in wait. The landscape of vaccine acceptance is evolving, influenced by a myriad of factors including cultural beliefs, misinformation, and socioeconomic disparities. How can we effectively address these hurdles? The answer lies in targeted communication strategies that resonate with diverse populations. By engaging with communities and understanding their unique perspectives, public health officials can tailor messages that speak to their values and concerns. This approach fosters an environment of understanding and respect, paving the way for greater acceptance of vaccination. The distribution of vaccines also presents significant challenges that require innovative solutions. Imagine a scenario where vaccines are delivered through partnerships with local organizations, ensuring that even the most remote areas receive access. Mobile vaccination units could traverse landscapes, bringing life-saving immunizations directly to those in need. Such initiatives not only enhance accessibility but also build trust within communities, demonstrating a commitment to their health and well-being. As we envision a healthier future, we must consider the broader implications of vaccination initiatives. The vision extends beyond the mere absence of disease. It encapsulates the creation of resilient communities capable of weathering health crises. Vaccination serves as a foundation for a robust public health infrastructure, one that can swiftly respond to emerging threats. Imagine communities where routine vaccinations are seamlessly integrated into healthcare systems, where parents feel secure in the knowledge that their children are protected, and where health equity is a fundamental principle guiding policy decisions. In this future, the narrative of vaccination is not solely one of medical advancement, but also of unity and shared responsibility. It invites us to contemplate our roles as individuals within a larger societal framework. The journey toward a healthier world through vaccination is not a solitary endeavor. It is a collective mission that requires empathy, collaboration, and a steadfast belief in the power of prevention. As we draw upon the successes of past vaccination campaigns, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit. Time and again, communities have come together to confront the challenges posed by infectious diseases. The stories of those who have fought against outbreaks, advocating for vaccination despite adversity, stand as powerful testaments to our capacity for change. Their experiences inspire a renewed commitment to fostering a healthier future. The potential for transformation in public health through vaccination is immense. By embracing education, collaboration, and innovative solutions, we can work towards a vision where every individual has access to vaccines and where the benefits of immunization are felt across all facets of society. The road ahead is bright, illuminated by the promise of a healthier tomorrow, one that we can build together through shared commitment and action. As we journey forward, a new horizon emerges in the realm of vaccination and public health policy, characterized by a commitment to inclusivity and accessibility. Trends are shifting towards policies that not only prioritize vaccine development but also emphasize equitable distribution, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their background, have access to life-saving immunizations. Imagine a future where every child, regardless of their geographical location or socioeconomic status, receives the vaccines they need to thrive. This vision is not just a dream. It is a goal that public health advocates are fervently working to achieve. Educational initiatives are playing a pivotal role in shaping this vision. By fostering a culture of awareness and understanding, communities can be better equipped to embrace vaccination as a cornerstone of public health. Imagine community centers bustling with families attending educational workshops, where they learn about the science behind vaccines and the importance of immunization in preventing diseases. These gatherings serve as vital spaces for dialogue, allowing individuals to voice their concerns and receive accurate information in a supportive environment. Furthermore, as we consider the role of technology, we find it becoming an indispensable ally in the fight for vaccination equity. Digital platforms and mobile applications are being developed to provide real-time information about vaccination schedules, availability, and locations of clinics. Picture a world where a simple tap on a smartphone connects families to essential health services, breaking down barriers to access. Through these technological advancements, public health officials can reach underserved populations and ensure that no one is left behind in the quest for immunity. However, the road ahead is not devoid of challenges. Vaccine hesitancy, fueled by misinformation and deeply ingrained beliefs, remains a formidable obstacle. How can we effectively counter these narratives? The answer lies in building trust through community engagement and transparent communication. Imagine local leaders and healthcare professionals coming together to share their stories and experiences, creating a tapestry of personal connections that humanize the message of vaccination. This grassroots approach can help dismantle fears and misconceptions, fostering an environment where individuals feel empowered to make informed choices for themselves and their families. Distribution challenges also persist, particularly in remote or marginalized areas. Visualize a vaccination campaign where mobile units travel to the most isolated communities, bringing with them not just vaccines, but also healthcare education and resources. Collaboration with local organizations and volunteers can create a network of support that amplifies the reach of vaccination efforts. In doing so, we not only enhance access, but also cultivate a sense of community ownership over health initiatives. As we cast our gaze toward the future, the vision for a healthier world through vaccination initiatives becomes clearer. This vision encompasses more than just the prevention of diseases. It is about creating resilient health systems capable of withstanding future challenges. Imagine a society where routine vaccinations are seamlessly integrated into healthcare practices, where every individual understands their role in safeguarding public health. This collective responsibility fosters a sense of unity, where each vaccination is viewed as a contribution to the greater good. The legacy of past vaccination efforts provides a solid foundation upon which to build this future. As we reflect on the successes of global campaigns, we are reminded of the power of collaboration and shared purpose. The stories of communities coming together to combat outbreaks stand as testaments to what can be achieved when we unite behind a common goal. In the face of adversity, these narratives inspire hope and resilience, encouraging us to continue striving for a world where health equity is a reality. Through education, technological innovation, and community engagement, the future of vaccination and public health will be characterized by an unwavering commitment to inclusivity. As we envision this brighter tomorrow, we are invited to consider our roles in this collective journey. What steps can we take today to support vaccination efforts in our communities? How can we foster dialogue that encourages understanding and builds trust? Each of us has a part to play in this unfolding narrative, contributing to a legacy of health that future generations will inherit. In this context, we are reminded that the story of vaccination is not just one of science, but of humanity's shared journey toward a healthier future. It is an invitation to embrace the power of prevention and the bonds that unite us in the pursuit of well-being. As we move forward, let us carry this vision with us, recognizing that together we can transform challenges into opportunities and create a world where health is a right, not a privilege.